Hawks by 35 points. 2 goals to Brett Johnson. He's the multiple goal kicker for the Hawks. And 2 to Adam Snyder for Sydney. Creswell. Can he kickstart the Swans? Here's Mitchell. There's a look-away handball. Finds Vandenberg. He's been his partner in crime. He's pretty quick, Vandenberg. Hammers the ball back towards the half-forward line. Thompson's the target. Won the duel of strength with Shawble. Then lost out. Here's Crawford. Great hands to Loney, who loves to run. Loves to kick a goal.
Fabulous little handball from Johnson, wasn't it?
And both the brothers, they're terrific coming off half-back, aren't they?
Yep.
10 goal kickers to 3. They just keep the ball alive here. They have been first in for the ball the whole night. They've been harder than the Sydney Swans, which is, you don't say that very often in a contest. And Crawford here, you're right about the Loneys, though. They love a goal on the run. Both beautiful kicks.
Well, the margin is winning the knot. Too strong at the contest again. This time it was Osborne. Pachoni, well, went back through trouble. Somehow got it over to the running Mitchell. Johnson's got to get rid of it quickly. He does. Over to Green. This is another good build-up. Wobbles.
No space for Barry Hall to lead into. Just might get a little bit agitated. Smith goes short, looking for Spider. Finds Osborne. The young guns for the Hawks really firing tonight. And that's a beautiful kick. Finds Dixon from right on 50. Pachoni's in the square. Needs support. Chance for Clark, trying to keep the ball line. Runs out of room. Lost it. Pachoni was desperate. Now a chance for the Swans. The run comes from Kennelly. Rockets the ball to Williams. Didn't take it. It was an ugly bounce. Smith pounced on it. Loose ball again. They'll pile on top. It's inside 50 for the Swans. And we've got a ball up.
Well, they're going to have to make the most of those opportunities, aren't they, Tony? They've got to take those.
Yeah, it didn't take Kennelly here. Just did not hit the target. Paul Williams going to run through 50 for a shot on goal.
Hall over the top. Ball spills out to Loney. Already a goal in this third turn. They let him into some space there, Sydney. He was zoned off him. Out wide. Pachoni, Rawlings, back to Clark. Hawthorn keep it going. Still alive on their forward line. Bolton's under some pressure from Clark. Another good tackle by Hawthorn.
26 tackles to 21, the Hawks. Look, they've been tougher. They've been tougher and harder.
But I think the Hawthorn forwards tonight have done it well. They've really applied a lot of pressure.
There's Mitchell. Lays it down to Pachoni. Running through Johnson, this time on his right boot. It drifts across the face. Everett's there just to behind. But again, from the stoppage, Hawks with quick hands and clean hands look very dangerous.
In space. He doesn't have to kick or handball under pressure. Kennelly in front. Looking for Bolton. Vandenberg, magnificent punch. Got his fist to the ball. Work there on Paul Williams. Going to try and get him back into the action. Goods won the tap, then slapped on that time by Everett. Kicked off the ground by Pachoni. Gains 20 metres. Clark's been handy. His kick lets him down. He was looking for Williams. Got an ugly bounce. Great hands from Thompson. Gives it across. And Pachoni kicks a goal. .48 points. That's the lead now to the Hawks.
Another goal kicker, Tony?
Another goal kicker for Tony. 11 goal kickers to 3. And again, just quick hands. Just the ability, once they win the ball, you've got to question the Sydney Swans and their defensive game tonight, because they've kicked so many goals running through 50, Hawthorn, without the Sydney Swans play a goal side.
That look says it all from Paul Roos. He would have been expecting to, or would have been hoping to get a good start in the third term. But it's been Hawthorn have kicked the first 2 goals. And the margin, 8 goals now. 11 goal kickers. Here's Creswell. Can he spark something for the Swans? To Jude Bolton. Fosdyke to the goal square. Hall is the target. With him, Smith. The punch over the back came from Graham. Loose ball, Dixon. Goes to ground. Oh, got a call out wide from Leckis, and the Hawks will clear. They've got players in the middle, and decides, well, Leckis decides to go straight up the wing. Thompson and Shawbull, free kick, going back, play on, advantage paid. Shawbull to Saddington. Trying to draw the player to go over the top, and he does now. Here's Tyke Kennelly. Loads up towards the hot spot. Lewis Roberts-Thompson was there, but big spoil can't. Here's Everett. Going to do it all himself. Piccioni didn't know it was coming. Rees got it to Piccioni this time. Just slips out of the Maxfield tackle. Crawford from the centre circle. Long ball. Williams! Oh.
Over the top, Swans keeping the ball forward. Creswell. Chance for Vandenberg. Scouting wide, patrolling, strutting his stuff. Runs the edge of the centre square at the SCG. Hammers the ball back. Holland. A big mark. He'll be kicking into a breeze. And he will shoot from around about 49 metres. This ball could hold up right on the line.
That's at his best distance, though, isn't it, Holland? When he's really got to kick through.
Got to kick through the ball.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's an important kick. I like the way he just said, I'm going to take the responsibility on myself.
The Swans are on a roll. They've booted the last 5 goals. Holland from 49 metres goes right to the line. He's got it. And straight away,
off again.
Nick Holland sprints off the ground.
Now, Matthews. Williams. Hall got him. Clock running down. Needs to hit a target and doesn't. Osborne with pace. Good clean take and then clears the ball out of the danger zone towards the boundary line. He'd be happy with a throw in. It doesn't matter because we're out of time in this third quarter. 5 goals from the Swans. They were down by 48 points, but Creswell and Hall have got them back in this game. And at three-quarter time, Sydney trail the Hawks by 24 points. 53. Across the face. There's Everett. You mentioned it, Tony. Good call. He's got the mark.
Big spider. Squeezed up in the goal square. Goes short. Finds Osborne. Tries to drill it. It's a dangerous kick. Too much carry on the ball. Mitchell has to hit it hard. That's one thing he does well. Across the Cox. Has struggled all night. Can he lift himself in this last quarter and finds Rawlings on the stretch? The Hawks trying now to get some run. Edge of the centre square. Crawford kicks a high ball. Looking for Thompson. Off hands. Goods does well. Finds Bolton. So the Swans with some run out defence goes wide. 1-on-1. And Hodge does well. To Everett. Inside 25 points. Bolton goes short. Looks for Kirk. Beaten this time by Crawford. Keeps the ball alive. Davis just paddling the ball along in front. Does well and is quick. Runs away from Cox. Spears the ball in.
Oh, great mark.
Dixon takes a slips catch.
It's been good, Dixon, hasn't he? Done his job.
Yep.
Spectacular finish to the mark. Here's Thompson.
Well, he's played on Nick Davis most of the night.
He's got Robert Thompson at the moment. Roberts Thompson. Butler back with Shawbull. To Saddington. On the boundary. Loney and O'Keefe. Hodge goes back to help out. Loney had a good third term. Over to Smith.
Offense. 13-8 the Hawks. Sydney Swans 10-7. Chance for Mitchell. It's been terrific all night. Looking for Rawlings. Leo Barry got a fist to the ball. It's a free kick. So Barry's still on the ground. Jade Rawlings has got it. Kicked a goal in the first quarter. He's within kicking distance. The breeze has dropped. 15 minutes left in this last term. The Hawks season on the line as Rawlings kicks a big goal. Well, he's had a great season, Jade Rawlings. And they now lead by 25 points. And Leo Barry looks on. In fact, all night, every time Rawlings has gone for the ball, Leo's had a bit of trouble. I'm not quite certain whether Rawlings is just stopping in front of him but he has been just cannoning into the back of him.
Well, he's watched the man instead of the ball in flight, and he's given free kicks too in this, to this stage of the game.
Peter Schwab very happy with that answering goal from Rawlings.
The other thing, they've wasted about 7 or 8 minutes of the quarter now.
And they're back to a 25-point margin. It was 24 at three-quarter time. Everett trying to get past Maxfield. Can't. Mitchell also in the way. Off one step. Rawlings. False for Crawford. Handball back towards Rawlings. Can't quite get a good bounce. Jude Bolton goes back to Goods. They're under pressure here. Clark over to Vandenberg. Vandenberg spots Lekas on his own. Out comes Schauble, knocks over Lekas. Thompson also working hard for Hawthorn, and they've held it in the area. And they'll have a free kick and a shot on goal, holding the ball.
Well, you just got to ask the question, has this been consistent all night? The ball's there, Jude Bolton tucks the ball in, trying to get rid of it there or holding it under again. Gee, pretty hard to get rid of it.
No, because he elected to dive on the ball
and pull it in.
He must knock the ball out in the one action. If you dive on the ball and you are held, then it's a free kick. So the umpire got it exactly right.
Yeah, I don't mind that, but have we seen any others early in the game that weren't paid like that? That's the issue.
Thompson for his second. More importantly for the Hawks. Yeah, he's got it. They get 2 quick ones. Tony, they get 2 quick ones. The 2 quick ones we've been talking about all night. And I hope you're enjoying this game.
The game's really over.
Live and uninterrupted on Fox Footy.
I've got no worries with the free kick, KB, but you just see so many inconsistencies. Matter of fact, if that is done every time and they paid it, I have got no worries with the free kick at all. Protect the players going for the ball, but on that occasion, Thompson, we can see his conversion there. Yep, pay it like that all game. Even if there's a third man in, I think you've got to pay it.
2 goals to Nathan Thompson. He's bid at 24 goals for the season. Or maybe the top 2. The Hawks hoping for a spot in the top 8. Goods got his hands on the ball. Thompson has it, lost it, taken by Mitchell. Back towards centre half forward. Playing in front is Holland. They've used them well tonight, haven't they? These players who have hardly played any football in Holland and Barker.
Yep.
And Everett. They've had them on and off the ground tonight. Just trying to somehow squeeze through this game. Nick Holland too far out to score. Jade Rawlings is back in the square. It's going to drop short. It's going to be an easy mark. Thompson. They all went back to the goal line. And Nick Holland,
great pass.
Maybe through fatigue, hasn't played football for a long time. It's just flopped off the boot. Look at Saddington. Can't believe it.
Well, KB, Craig Davis kicked, I think, 70 goals like that from some of my kicks. And they exactly went that way. Flopped off the boot and everybody went back to the square and he'd be on the lead. And I was kicking a torpedo.
Nathan Thompson from 20 metres out. Hammers it home. The Hawks by 25 points. And don't forget Nathan Buckley on the couch on Monday night. Collingwood skipper will have plenty to say about the big loss today.
Yes,
to Brisbane, the rematch of the grand final.
He was in front. He was just showing the wisdom of Dumbledore there. He was just in front.
Well, the thing is, what are the Swans players guarding? Are they guarding the goal umpire? You know, you might as well play in front there, 5 to 6 yards, because he has to jump over your head. You know, sometimes you've got to think about players in the defensive role that they've got. Yeah, don't go back on the line because it's either going to be a goal, but someone in front like that, you get an unlucky kick or a lucky kick to Hawthorn.
Over to Schauble, who in turn combines with Davis. Kick misses the target. Nicks went without it. Going back Smith. Hodge. Ball still in play. Spun out of trouble beautifully. And then found Lekas on the lead. Kirk. Second effort. Bolton. Free kick off the ball. It'll go back to Craig Bolton.
The last line of defence for the Hawks. They have led all night. They led by 13 points at quarter time, 35 points at half time, as much as 48 points in the third term, 24 points at three-quarter time. And now here's Vandenberg testing himself. What a run! Vandenberg keeps on going. He took them all to Schauble. They find some space to Bolton. Chance for Kennelly. The run comes from Bolton. Got to back themselves in. Great interception by Hodge. That's what he's capable of doing. Reese goes short. Great vision. Finds Williams. Now this boy is a good kick.
Well, it is a good kick, and he'd be kicking from about 46 metres. And Luke Hodge, we just saw the interception. I think Luke Hodge, as you said, KB, in a draft which was just a brilliant draft.
One of the best ever.
He is a 10-year player for the Hawks, and he could play in a number of positions. I think he'd be a very smart forward. We know he can play on ball. Now he's gone back over the last 2 or 3 weeks.
Williams from just inside 50. This boy's got a lot of talent. He's got a lot of talent. He's got 2. Now, he's only had about 5 or 6 possessions tonight. He's kicked a couple of goals. But his work on the forward line, I reckon, would bring a big smile to Peter Schwab, because he does chase hard. He's very, very quick. Puts a lot of pressure on defenders. And there's Hodge. That's class.
It is. And Reese, too. He's had the balance and the poise just to pick out Williams. And I look now, Williams has gone. He's kicked the goal. He hasn't come off the ground. What he's done, he's gone to defence, KB. That's the other move they do when you kick a goal. He's playing on Adam Schneider, matter of fact.
Lewis Roberts-Thompson comes charging in. Here's a chance. Coming off the square was Fosdyke. Wrapped up in the tackle. Just under 4 minutes. Fosdyke on screen. Coming off the bench tonight, just 6 possessions. Thompson doing the ruck work. Mitchell, fantastic in that first half. Hodge stands and delivers, hammers the ball.
We can see him in picture there, number 30. He's still learning the game. Let's see what happens at this contest. Everett just too easy.
Yeah. And Mitchell with another kick forward inside 50 now. Lekis wraps up Bolton, drives him into the dirt. And there it is. Peter Schwab knows that the 9th win for the Hawks, maybe they can still play in September. They've won by 17 points. And for the 2nd time this season, Sydney have been defeated in Sydney. And it was a good performance.
Oh,
a very
good.
Even performance, KB.
Well, I think better than even performance, because they did get 48 points up in that 3rd quarter. We've got to give some credit to the Swans for hitting back, but they were by far the better side on the night. They were always in control. They led by, 13, 35, 24 points at all the changes. And when you consider they brought back into the side tonight, Holland, Barker, Everett and Graham, it was nearly 700 games of experience, and they used Holland and Barker very sparingly, and Everett as well. And I thought they did very well tonight, Tony. Got the best out of those experienced players, which just really topped up the side.
Oh, look, I agree. The way that Peter Schwab used the bench, they used Thompson in the ruck, Everett. I thought Everett's second half, even though not a lot of possessions, he just dominated the ruck and his tap work. And even in the 3rd quarter, the Sydney Swans, when he come back on late in the game, they still were reading the play because they had their time when they were dominating play. That is a great win for the Hawthorn Footy Club. I just wonder now whether the club in itself will make the decision on Peter Schwab before the end of the season, the way they're playing for him at the moment. And good luck to him. He has turned it around. Something that was disastrous and nearly career-ending. Well, they just might come out this week and say, we're pretty happy with what's happening. Let's see if we can do something for next year.
Still 3 weeks to go, but you'd hate to think that that last intercept goal by Byron Pickett for Port Adelaide last week would keep them out of the finals. It may come down to that, but who knows? They've still got 3 games to play. And they have to win all 3, you'd think, given that is what happened.
No
the
doubt.
Teams at the bottom of the 8 at the moment. But a very dedicated, committed performance. Their tackling was terrific. Their pressure on the Sydney Swans was outstanding. And they will celebrate the win.
Well, they've got some good young players. I mean, Sam Mitchell was terrific in the first half. He wasn't as dominant in the second half, but he was outstanding in that first half. Hodge, as we know, is a very talented player. And probably some of the lesser knowns really chipped in at different stages. I thought Williams, I'm very impressed with Mark Williams, Tony.
Yeah, Mark Williams is a small forward. And the other one, Tim Clark had the run with roll on Jude Bolton, who's been a very good player for the Swans. Did a good job.
Sam Mitchell had 27 possessions. Now, he's been very hard to catch because Tiffany Cherry's been running around the oval trying to find him. He's been clapping his supporters and finally got him. Here he is with Tiff.
I did finally get him. Sam, very important to cheer the supporters there.
Yeah, obviously, it's a long trip for some of them that have come up, and the support, especially with the tough year that we've had, the support of our supporters has been, second to none. So it's good to encourage them.
And that game there was really a grand final for you guys. I mean, you've got to win it to keep your finals hopes alive in the next 3.
Yeah, we've got to win the next 3 to give ourselves every chance, and we're still looking to play finals. If everything goes our way, we hopefully can have an impact.
A great game by you. 27 possessions, the most on the ground. You must be wrapped.
Oh, it was just good to come up and have a good win, and they're a quality side. I'm sure they'll go well in the finals too. So it was just good to have a win.
I mean, just for all the boys, you had 2/3 of the team kick goals. It was a real concerted team effort.
Yeah, it was great. We've really concentrated on sticking together and doing everything together, and we've really come through that tough time pretty well.
All right, we'll let you go and celebrate. Well done.
Yes, it was a terrific performance.
12 individual goal kickers for the Hawks tonight.
I think that's what Peter Shaw will be really happy about, won't he, Tony? And the fact that he just got a spread of players who were getting through the midfield, running hard and then kicking goals.
I think he did his homework well because he identified Lachlan and Hall. Hall got away, no doubt, in the second half, and from Joel Smith. But to me, Lachlan was shut down. Well done to Mark Graham, who came back in the side after a few weeks out. He did his homework, Peter Schwab, and they deserved the win. It would have been an injustice if they had lost that game.
Sam Mitchell just enjoying the win there with Cox, Paccioni, Vandenberg. I thought he was going to kick the goal of the year there for a minute, KB.
Well, it was the run of the year.
It was the run of the year.
He actually just ran out of space. But I like Vandenberg because that's what he does. He's a tough player. Yep. He's obviously got pace. He likes to run with the ball. He'll take on the opposition. And I think that's very important in the side. And same with Mitchell. Mitchell might be a bit quicker than we think, Tony, because he's strongly built. But he likes to run with the ball as well. And I've always felt that players who run with the ball, they really do break up the opposition. You can get the ball quickly in the forward line. And the last thing you want to see, and Loney is another one. Loney. The last thing you want to see when you're playing in defence is players streaming forward because, put you under a tremendous amount of pressure. I think they've got to, if they could get all their players at one time fully fit and playing at their best, Hawthorn's got a pretty good bunch of players there. They've got good height, got good balance on the forward line. I mean, Jade Rawlings tonight has been a terrific player for them all year.
He kicked 2 goals.
But he wasn't a force for him, was he, Jade?
No, but what he did though,
he just done his job.
Like you said, he attacks the ball and he creates space.
Well, it's been since 1994 since the Hawks can sing this song in Sydney.